Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to assemble this diaper bag gift bag. I was so excited about the response to it. I'm so glad you love it. It's a little long to assemble because there's a lot of pieces to it, but I think it's worthwhile. I wish that I had some more baby themed paper, but there aren't a lot of newborn babies in my life right now, so I don't have a lot of that. So let's go ahead and see how I put this together. In the file, you'll see that I've done a little matching card to put in the front pocket. That's optional, of course. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. Because I'm cutting this one in pink, I also added a little girly picture to it, while the blue one had a giraffe in blue with a blue background. So all I've done with this is add the printed layer, the printed cut layer, to a light pink layer, to the dark pink basic card that was included. You'll notice that some of my paper is red on the opposite side because I'm low on pink. And add the plain white panel to the inside to write your note. But of course the card's optional. You're not obliged to make it. It's not structural to the bag, so you don't absolutely have to do that. So let's go ahead and put this together. As you do with, if you've made any of my purse gift bags, you know that the first thing you need to do is assemble the box. The entire bag is built around the structure of this bottom box, so we'll go ahead and do that first. We'll add some adhesive or tape runner to those outside tabs. And we just put it together like we always do with a basic box with no lid. There we go. So this base is 7 inches long and 6 inches wide, 2 inches in depth. So you have a nice strong base for the bottom of the box. We'll just set that aside. Again, as we did with the purse files, you're going to wrap this around to build your box. So we have 2 inches at the bottom, so we can be generous and put a nice long run of tape along the bottom or adhesive. We'll do that. And then I'm going to line it up like this. Stick it to the bottom, and we'll bring it over and line up the sides also. There we go, and we'll do the same on the second side. If you see that my pinks are a little mismatched, please try to ignore that. As I mentioned, I don't have a lot of baby colored papers, and pink and baby blue are not colors that I use very often, so I don't keep a lot on hand. I mostly use earth tones. I prefer to use earth tones. So we'll do that again here. We'll line that up. Turn it over and line up the sides. And again with this one, line up the side. So there you have the front and back of your gift bag. You have these 2 large arch panels that go on the sides. So we're going to run some adhesive along those. Along both sides, you can go about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of adhesive along the sides. And again, along the bottom, you can add some more. And we'll just line that up on the bottom. Whoops. Line that up and bring it up. And then we can attach it. So there's one side. And we'll do the same on the other side. Again, about 1.5 to 2 inches of glue or adhesive. A good generous amount of glue along the bottom again, and up the other side. You don't want to go right across with the adhesive because you'll have it exposed in the center of the bag, and you also don't want to do the arch with adhesive. So we'll put this one on. Just line it up. And then we can bring it down and just make sure it's well stuck to it. On the blue bag, the first bag that I did, I put score lines on the front and back, but I found that it looks quite stiff. I like it to have a rounder shape to it, so I removed the score lines from the front and back to make it a little rounder. So that's the box. You saw that I did some little pockets on the side, so you could add some toys, or I put in little plastic baby bottles just for the photo, but you can add whatever you like to it, of course. So in this case, you have your boxes for the side. Put that out of the way. You want to fold your score lines and they overlap. Once again, I use paper that has red on the inside. So what you're going to do with your adhesive is put some on the farthest end after the score line on both ends. And also on this last 4-inch panel that's going to fold up, because that's where it's going to be attached to your bag. So you want to make sure you have a good amount of adhesive there. Just bring it up and build your little box. Let's put that on the inside, I think, so we have a flat surface to adhere to the bag. There we go. And I think maybe I'll just add a little extra glue to it to make sure these bags stay on, so that if you want to put something a little heavier in it, like a toy or something, it won't pull off. And then we're just going to try to center it up and adhere it to the side. You can't really press down on it because you don't want to squash the box, but you can put your hand inside the bag and put a little bit of pressure on it so you won't damage it. I don't really like this pink paper with the red interior, but it's serving the purpose of preparing this video. So we'll do again a bag for the other side, a box for the other side, I should say. It serves as a pocket. And we'll do this. And there we go. We'll fold it up again to form our box for the other side. There we go. And again, I'll add a little extra glue just to make sure it stays on. And we'll do the same on this side. We'll just line it up, try to center it. And make sure that it's adhered to the bag. Oh, it's coming along nicely, isn't it? Terrific, terrific. You might even want to let those little pockets dry a few minutes before you start pulling on or pushing on anything on the bag, because you don't want them to come off, but it shouldn't take long to dry depending what kind of adhesive you use. So we'll just leave that like that. Okay, I've also done a pocket for the front of the bag, a very simple one that I used to hold the card. I thought it was cute rather than having a card on the side separately, but of course it's optional. It's up to you if you want to do it that way or not. So we're just going to run some adhesive. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna put the flap on first so that I get the height of the pocket right. So the flap has to go on across the top. What I did was add the little decorative oval to the front, which is optional, and then I just kind of pulled it along to get a curve in it, even rubbed it along the edge of my desk to get the paper to have a curve in it so it would be easier to close when I put it on the bag. So what I'm going to do is just run some adhesive about 1 inch along the bottom, where I'm going to adhere it to the back of the bag. And then we're going to take the bag and glue it to the flap. Try to center it up. There we go. I hope I got that on straight. It looks like it's not too bad. There we go. So now we're going to build the pocket. Oh, I'm sorry, I've got that upside down. We're going to build the pocket and adhere it to the bag. So you're putting adhesive on the farthest tabs, which are about 1 inch wide each, I believe. And then you're just going to fold those up. And we're going to attach that to the front of the bag. And we're going to try to attach it so that we're able to put the flap. There we go. We have that on the front of the bag. And now you'll find these little pieces. One of them goes on the front of this pocket so that you can push the tab from the flap down into it. We're going to take some adhesive again and just put it on the very edge a little bit, maybe 1/2 inch along the edge, each edge, or the far edge, I should say. And then we're going to add that to the front of the pocket. Try to center it up. So what I did on the blue one is I put this on as a flap for this, but then I added a grommet in it, and the grommet helped to keep the bag, the flap from coming open. So I added a little grommet here, here, here. So that's it so far. And then we have the strap. I wanted to make the strap long, like a shoulder strap. So we're going to go ahead and put some adhesive on here. I believe it's about 18 inches long when it's assembled. So it's a fun length. We'll add that on there. And then just for the fun of it, I did another little piece to wrap around so it looks like a band that you would have on an actual leather strap. So we'll just put that there. Whoops, hard to pick up. We'll just fold that over. You could even leave it a little too big so it's more obvious. There we go. And I also took my little Cricut pick and punched a hole in it, and took a grommet and put a grommet, a brad through it just to make it a little more decorative. So that's how I did my strap. And then you want to just give it a little bit of a curve so it'll stay on a little bit, it'll look a little better. Put some adhesive on the bottom, maybe 1.5 inches, so it has a good grip on the bag. But then you could actually also add a brad on each side of the strap, as I did on the blue one, so that it looks more decorative also. So let's just try and center that up, kind of center that up, I guess. And then push it past the lid and attach it on the other side. Okay, so let's add some brads to it just to make it more decorative. So I'm just going to punch through again and add a brad. And we'll punch through on this side and add a brad. There we go. And perhaps I'll punch through this little pocket, this little tab, and we'll add another brad to it so that when you push it through this little band, the brad will help to keep it closed. So there you go. Oh, I like this one, it's cute too. So let's add, you can add brads of course to the side of these little tabs. Let's go ahead and put our little card in the pocket to make it complete. And we'll push that back through again. It's hard to do a video with something this big because you never know if you're off camera or not. See, the brads also help to keep this little flap on because I keep pulling it off, so if I put a brad on, it'll stay on a lot better. And there we go. So here's your diaper bag gift bag. I hope you like it. Please, if you make some, please post some pictures. Thank you for watching.